One of my most favorite topics in the whole world. What is mysticism? And why are we so scared of it? And why do I feel that this is our biggest, greatest, easiest, most fantastic solution we have for the world today and for its state of being today? Mysticism has been considered to be an occult science or endeavor, and it has been excluded from daily life because it was associated with religious paths and with witchery and with um, experiences that one cannot explain with a cognitive mind. All true. The question is, why are we afraid? And for how long are we still going to believe that there is nothing more than meets the eye? So I was looking at what the general mass today understands through mysticism, and all I've read, it's absolutely true. Like it is an occult endeavor, and it speaks about the dark side, and it is beyond cognitive apprehension. And what I would like to speak about is our attitude towards it, and for how long are we still going to believe that there is nothing more to life than meets the eye? And each time we choose to go into deeper layers of our existence, we will always meet darkness as well. And this is not something bad. This is not something that we should be scared of. We should understand already that this is part of human reality. And we have to learn ways to cope with it, ways to integrate these sides of us. Mysticism is absolutely fantastic in integrating it more into our daily life today in the modern time, simply because it has the capacity to expand our state of consciousness. And we need expansion today simply because we tend to contract ourselves in small little boxes. I believe mysticism can be such a wonderful resource and tool and lifestyle to use to expand and to increase the awareness that we have over the life experience. We need this today, and everything in our life invites us to do that. Mysticism is an experience that happens in the human existence. So many times we have experiences that we cannot speak about, that we cannot share about, that we cannot understand, and that they change our lives. You could say that this is mysticism. Many times this change, this shift comes through hardship. And the more we educate ourselves on this kind of experiences, change, transformation can also come through pleasure, through this inner peace that can literally shift our inner setting towards more openness and more receiving. Mysticism is an innate life human experience. And no matter how little or much we speak about it, it's still here. I want us to learn a new attitude towards it. We come from religious persecution for the last hundreds of years, and mysticism has been associated with religion and with oppression and with occultism and with dark side. Well, they are all part of this life. We should not be afraid of it anymore. Mysticism is deeply innate human experience, and I want to give you a proof of that. Our body is the projection of our subconscious mind. Subconscious mind writes the body. The state of our body is the state of our subconscious mind. So the more freedom, openness, expansion, health, vitality, energy we experience in the body, the more unification there is between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. This means that the more easier it is for the cognitive mind to find the language for the experiences that it has. And so, the more freedom we have in the body, the more openness and messages we receive from the subconscious mind. And the more we get the chance to dive deeper into our layers of human existence, the more we can experience what we can call mystic experiences, experiences that are not very common, experiences that are not very popular or that we don't speak much about, but they are here. We speak about them or we don't speak about them, they're here still. And I would like to open up the space to speak more about these things simply because they are part of our daily lives and you know it. The body has different layers, the body has multiple surfaces, and life goes in depth. Is not a linear approach. Linear approach comes from the cognitive space. The cognitive space is very logical, so it wants this. For this to happen, it needs to understand linearity and materiality, and it does it, and it does a wonderful job. Also, we have this side of us that is spiraling, it's cyclical, and it goes like this. And so here, our cognitive mind is absolutely useless. This is also part of us, we cannot deny it. And when we go into experiencing this side of us, we go into what you can call mysticism or spirituality. And in this kind of experiences, we learn that there are multiple layers on the body. And the body is the projector on which the subconscious mind writes its story, its beliefs, its patterns and pigment, And the body is the color, literally. So the subconscious mind is the pigment and the body is the color. So diving deeper into the body, we get to learn that there are different layers to it. There are different experiences that we can have, and we can actually research more and more and more and more. And these experiences open us up to a depth that cannot be recognized with our cognitive mind. And this is a type of connection that we long for, no matter who we are, no matter what we come, where we come from. We long for this innate, in-depth connection which brings intimacy and togetherness into our life experience. And we can have it through our own. We are deeply wired to experience that. We must learn how. Mysticism is one of the ways with which we can dive into. But mysticism is, it's like, it's a word, like it's a concept, but I would deeply associate it with life as well as with spirituality because they are not separated. And within this kind of experiences that we are using this word so that we can reach to the mind first. This is the most superficial level that we have. The cognitive, rational mind that wants to grasp the concept, the words, the meaning, like the superficial meaning. But the experiences that I'm speaking about are exactly that, experiences. And experience is only through the body. And through the body, we get to have the possibility of meeting layers and depths that are not available for the human mind. And each time we have this kind of experience, we tend to apply resistance and fear because we don't understand it, because we don't know, because we have never felt that before, because we are not accommodated with this kind of sensations that appear, because we are alone. And so there are so many reasons why we reject this kind of experiences. And I want to give you infinite more reasons why we should accept these experiences. We should accept these experiences, which are very natural, and we simply need to allow them to happen. There is usually not even something that we need to do because life takes very good care of us, and life brings us this kind of experiences in no time if we take the responsibility of empowering ourselves and understanding that whatever we experience, it is for our benefit, it is for our highest good, it is in the benefit of the whole world. The more I open, the more you open, and we are going into this transition period, and you can see the world is crazy, and we must open up to transparency in order to be able to have any kind of acceptable and rewarding experience in our human life. The more we close ourselves into a little box, the harder it will be for us. We will isolate ourselves, we will get sick, and we will suffer because isolation is deeply painful. We should include more mysticism into our daily life because this has the potency to open us up, to expand our capacity of understanding experiences. One of the most beautiful reasons for me why we should engage more in mysticism and having this concept at least in our mind is because we learn that we have the biggest pain in the sweetest moments. We experience that there is so much sadness in joy. There is so much melancholia in love. We get to experience duality. We get to experience differences in our own life experience. This makes us much more open towards differences that we meet around. And we must open ourselves up. As you can see, everyone is now whatever they want. We speak about whatever we want. Everything is however we want. Like, what is that? This is crazy, right? But it's not. This is actually a revolution. This is actually a love revolution and an activism. We get to express multi dimensions of human existence, and we are overwhelmed right now because we are not aware that these dimensions are real. We get scared. We believe that, oh my god, this person wants to be a flying penguin, and he is, and he's real, and he makes money out of it, and he has friends, and he has family and support and health, and like, what is this? But this is one of the dimensions of his own existence that he connects most with, and this is what he shares. Everything is real, and reality is not a shared experience. Mystical experiences give us the possibility to welcome differences, and this is crucial for our evolution, for our collective evolution today. The more we embrace differences, the easier it will be for us to connect. There is no need to separate ourselves, and we can embrace whatever is happening with much more ease because what we are going through today is crazy, and we try to understand it with our human mind. And this is crazy too. This is absolutely insane. To try to understand what is happening in the world today with your human mind will give you a one-way ticket to a mental hospital. Simple. We have to learn ways to include our innate intelligence to be able to have a satisfactory life experience. We have to open ourselves up to the multidimensionality that we have inside of us. We have to explore, to experience, to go to these circles of intimacy, to go to these breathwork sessions that shift your state of mind, to go to shamanic trance experiences, to go to women's circles, to go to educate ourselves on topics that we don't know but we have curiosity for, to go to have rituals with humans, to go to sing together by the fire, to go to dance together naked in the nature, to go to bath in the river cold, to do different things that we haven't done them before, because life asks this from us. We must literally build pathways of unknown roads, and we have to have some experience in riding them. And mysticism is exactly that. It is building a pathway in the unknown. We have channels inside the body, and we have the, you can think about it as color dropping. You have the pigment that it's in the subconscious mind, and the body gets colored with these um, channels inside, and it gains, the channels are gray, let's say, and as you put pigment on them and attention on them, they get colored, and like that you can get to create a pathway into the unknown. This is basically what mysticism is. And as the color drips and goes into the channel, it will meet so much things, so many things. It will meet so many things, and we don't know what it will meet over there. It can meet pain, it can meet pleasure. We don't know. Depends on the channel, depends on who you are, depends on your body, depends on your story, depends on your genetics, depends on the weather that you live in, the food that you intake, the way you move your body. And mysticism is basically to let the channel be colored, because this is how we should be. And when all channels are colored, this is full activation, this is full on power, this is awareness on the full power. And we must gain these experiences today so that we can let these channels color themselves, and we have much more trust and availability and resilience to walk into the unknown. The unknown wants to come out. This is what we're going through today. Mysticism is a tool to use to dive deeper, to get into yourself, to unravel parts of you that you know are there, but you're not courageous enough to do it yet. Connect with people that do so. Bring more openness into yourself. Come together with communities and people who are available to explore deeper. I know you're scared. Can you hold yourself in that? Mysticism is occult, but it's also light. Mysticism is mystery, but it's also paving the road into the unknown and making it known. Known, what does this mean? Gain the language of the experience that you cannot understand yet and bring it to your conscious mind, to the cognitive mind. Let yourself be immersed more and more and more in this kind of experiences. It will be much easier for you to hold life. It will open your system up and will allow you to see that what you think is real is not the only truth. What you experience is not the only truth. We don't have to impose our truth on each other. We simply must open up. Mysticism is a way to open yourself up to different dimensions of reality and to understand that what you think is true now and real, it is actually not. Can you hold yourself in that? Why is mysticism so oppressed? Think about it. Why has been so forbidden for so many years? There's so much power there. And I'm not saying that you should become a mystic. I'm saying that mysticism is a realm where you can start to consider the option of opening yourself up towards dimensions that are not available for you right now, that are your own experience and that are going to support you to suffer less. This is the main intention of my work. I speak about all this simply because it is an excellent way for us to suffer less. Realizing that we are much more than we see, it will give us more tools to cope with whatever life brings us. Trust. trust and go and explore for yourself more.